This is my pitch for Urban Asylum. Urban Asylum is a top-down 2D role-playing game, where the player is the embodiment of the city, and the city is on the brink of becoming a ghost town. The player works to revitalize the city back to being a thriving community and determines what kind of reputation the city has by building relationships with various locals. The player builds the reputation and population by building relationships with locals, which means running errands and playing games with them. There are 4 different types of reputations the player can achieve: a criminal reputation, a friendly reputation, an organic reputation, or a steampunk reputation. The player builds a criminal reputation by building a relationship with the mastermind of crime in the city. Errands for him include retrieving and delivering suspicious packages from shady citizens on the streets, pickpocketing citizens on the streets, or stealing supplies from local shop owners, like the clock tower worker or the tea shop owner. The player builds a reputation for a friendly city by building a relationship with multiple locals around this city. Each of these friendly locals stand out from the rest of the citizens, and each have a unique game the player can participate in, such as racing, scavenging, or playing hide and seek. For achieving an organic reputation, the player builds a relationship with local tea shop worker. Errands for her include passing out flyers for tea shops to citizens, retrieving and delivering supplies for the tea shop from various vendors, or helping out in the shop by delivering orders to tables for citizens. As for achieving the steampunk reputation, the player builds a relationship with the clock tower maintenance worker. Errands for him include finding and repairing parts of the clock tower that are malfunctioning, retrieving and delivering replacement parts for the clock tower, or being sent to repair things for citizens around town. There are a few things the player will need to keep in mind as they play through the city. First off, the player cannot leave the town. If they do, the player will black out and return to the local they have the highest relationship with. The higher the player's relationship with locals, the higher the population becomes, and the more influence that relationship has over the reputation of the city. The reputation of the city determines aesthetics for the city, including what buildings, pathways, and citizens look like. Relationships with locals decrease over time if the player does not interact with the individual they have built a relationship with. Refusing to run an errand or play a game with a local multiple times will decrease the player's relation with them. Building a relationship with the crime mastermind will decrease relationships with all other locals, and building a relationship with any other local will decrease the player's relationship with the crime mastermind. The clock tower worker and the tea shop owner are rivals, and the relationship for one will decrease when the player runs errands for the other. Building a high enough relationship with friends will make the reputation of the city friendly, without decreasing the relationship with either the tea shop owner or the clock tower worker. But relationships with friends decrease faster than others do over time. Urban Asylum has a lot of inspiration from Stardew Valley. However, where Stardew Valley has a focus on farming, Urban Asylum focuses on the relationships the player builds with locals. One of the biggest risks in developing Urban Asylum would be the different aesthetics that the reputation of the city offers. Another major risk would be scripting the various tasks that the player completes. Thank you for watching my video. I'm looking forward to your feedback.